to a girl named Key. I found the right girl to not be in love with, and we were not in love together for a very long time. How little I knew of love then. How much less I know of love now. But now, unlike then, I know how little I know, and that will lead to a greater knowing of love and a greater loving. In fact, I am starting over in love and in loving. I am assuming I now know nothing, which means I have everything to learn. Now all I need is a partner who also knows the same thing, namely, that they know nothing and are also ready to start over. To start over in learning everything about love. That girl will be one in a million. That girl will be very hard to find. That girl will be the key. The keys of the kingdom will be her name. At 52 years old, almost 53, I finally realized that I really don't know anything about love. Looking back, I realized that most of my actions in love were hiding, protecting, desiring love but withdrawing and pulling back and wanting love to come to me. But I was locked in a prison, in a fortress. I was behind doors and walls, and I wanted love to rescue me, but I was never willing to open the door. And so I developed a way of loving so protected, so hidden, so defensive, so fearful, that love couldn't get through. And so what was I doing in loving, in trying to love, and being in a relationship, being married for 20 years, having a family, developing a life, having a partner, but yet it was impossible for me to love. So what was I doing all this time? What was I doing? I was wanting love. I was desiring love. It's the most basic, central, key, and pivotal needs of every single human being. And I would propose also of every single living thing. And yet, I don't think I knew at all how to love. And I don't think I was learning to love. I think I was learning how to hide from love. And that was an ever deepening pursuit. And the more in love I was, the more afraid I was of losing it. Even what I thought I had of love, I was afraid. I was afraid. I was hiding. I was protecting. I was defensive. And my state of love grew worse, and my relationships with people that I loved grew worse, and I grew more retracted in my attempt to love, more defensive, more protected, more hidden. And that is why all my attempts at loving, even the people I wanted to, produced the opposite. And now, at 52, going on 53, I think that I've realized just how much I never loved. Ever. Never understood love, never found love, because I was never loving. I could never open to love, and so I could never have love, and so I could never give love, and so I could never be loved. And now I realize it, and realizing it now, I'm ready to clear the slate, to start over and say, I don't know anything, but I'm ready to not hide. I'm ready to be open. I'm ready to love. I'm ready to be broken, hurt, wounded, and still remain unretracted, non-defensive, completely open. That is love, guys. Love is remaining open completely all the time, not unguarded, not foolish, not a doormat, not letting people use you up and throw you away. Being wise in the flow of love and the action of love, but being completely open all the time, which means I'm always ready to receive love and give love to those who are receptive. People are open and closed by degrees, but as I remain completely open and willing and ready, I will see the openness in others and take advantage of it by pouring love into that openness and that opening. But where it is not open, I won't try to throw my love against a wall. Where there's no opening and there's no reception. There's no receptivity. And so I'm realizing that now I was using my love to try to break walls that couldn't be broken. And so I was making people more defensive in my attempt to love, which was not love. And also where there was an opening to love, I was afraid. In fact, I was probably the most afraid where it was the most open, because then I would actually be connecting in a way that was scary. And so actually, I think at times and sometimes and often, I was seeking the most defensive stances of love to try to love because I knew it wouldn't work, because I was afraid, because if it did work, I didn't want that. And that's how screwed up it is to love from a fortress, behind walls, guarded, hiding, afraid of love. So we seek actually what isn't love because we don't really want love, and so we seek what isn't because that's the safest, because we already know it won't work because we don't want it to work. And so I've realized all these things about me in my attempt to love, which really wasn't love at all. And now finally I am ready. But here's the scariest thing of all. I need someone else just as ready, just as open, just as understanding about their lack of love and their inability to love, but also seeing it, being willing and ready to start over. That will be a hard person to find. But I'm open. And as I'm open and I feel, I'm empathic, which means in feeling. And I can be in feeling and I can feel when someone is open. And I can feel people that are more open. And I can begin to put the radar out and start to really find someone like me. The most open and the most ready to love. And to start to learn to love again. Amen. Whew. Man, I'm ready. Amen. Love you guys.